Can you clear up issues between Norton and the director on American History X? Did Norton really take over in editing and director wanted his name removed?
Yeah. Okay. So I cover this in detail a little bit in the course. And here's the bottom line. Tony and Alan Heim, their first cut of American History X, Tony Kaye, the director, and Alan Heim, the editor, their first cut of American History X was 91 minutes. There was no assemblage. There was no nothing. Okay. It was like a commercial. Tony came over to my place in Brentwood, and Eddie Furlong came over, and my wife and we watched it. And I called Edward right after, and I go, we're in trouble. And we gave Tony a long time to try and fix this problem. I wanted to kill that editor, Alan Heim. They refused to take any of our notes or ideas. We knew we had shot a great movie. We'd seen all the dailies, but Tony was a commercial director, and he didn't understand film narrative. He didn't understand that. And so I freaking begged. I knew I was only I was 27, 28 years old. I begged at a certain point, DeLuca, the producers, everybody at New Line, Steve Tisch, get Edward in the editing room, and let's save this abused kid from this father. And this is the truth. I was there for all of it. And I have no skin in the game. I'm just repeating the truth. Edward saved the movie. I love Tony. Tony and I have since reconnected, but Edward got in there with Jerry Greenberg, the editor from Scarface, French Connection, the great Jerry Greenberg. And they went in there side by side in editing bays. Alan Heim and Tony were in one editing bay, and Edward and Jerry were in another editing bay. And we had to do it. Tony couldn't find the movie. So what do you do in a case like that? Do you just let the movie die? No, you go and fix it. And all Edward did was put the script back together.
Wow.
He just went straight. He had the script right next to him in the editing room, and he goes through it like an architect putting together a house. And that was the movie. And hats off to Mike DeLuca and to everybody at New Line and Steve Tisch and John Morrissey saying, okay, we know we have a great movie here. Let's give Edward a shot and go find it. And Edward was the man.
Would you say you wanted to curb stomp the editor?
I wanted to curb stomp Alan Heim so bad.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I think I may rest in peace or whatever. I mean, but boy, just when you don't, movie making is such a collaborative business, and when you just completely don't listen to anybody and you shrug them off the way that he did, with their outright servitude to the director's vision, I get that from a certain point, but the way he handled the situation really just pissed me off.